Hey guys, it's Wukong here, and I'd just like to thank you guys for clicking on my video and checking it out. Today, I'm going to be teaching you all the way from level 0 until you get hero how to survive as human in Killer Klowns from Outer Space, the game. If you guys like the video, please remember to press that like button and subscribe. I will have lots of Killer Klowns content coming out, hopefully once weekly, if not once bi-weekly. To start things off, we are going to be using the Athlete level 0 when you first boot up the game, and we'll be showcasing some of that gameplay coming up right now. As the Athlete, you want to be very stealthy. When you start off the game, you want to be crouch walking. I started recording a little bit later, but make sure when you first boot up, you are crouch walking. Do not be running. And it is okay, though, if you do walk like I am right now. It does make a little bit of noise, but not so much that it should attract the clown's attention. Another thing you want to be constantly on the lookout for is any sounds or noises. So right now I'm hearing some clown noises that alert me that, hey, they're around. They're going to be coming and looking. And I know they're off over towards my left. I'm at a meeting point right here, which drops some of the best loot in the game. If you guys see the meeting point, it is highly encouraged that you guys do go and check it out for your own benefit. Again, you're going to be sneaking around gathering items to get out. Your main objective is to run and escape the clowns. You do not want to engage in fights unless you're in a group of about 4 people. If you have 4 humans together and you are one of those 4 people, then you can engage in fights as the Athlete. But unless you are at that point, it is highly encouraged you only run away. When you're going around the map, you do want to search every little thing that you can find. Sometimes these random containers will have a key escape item, such as the key card or even a spark plug. So we're going to keep going around here, sneaking around nice and stealthy. I made a little too much noise here. We got to be very careful that we aren't running, but we do come up to a teammate here very, very shortly. Yep, there he is right there, and we could hear his voice, right? Proxy chat is how this game works. You don't have comms all over, and yes, the enemy team can hear you. So thankfully, while we were sneaking around looking about, our teammate had very good random number generators, and we were able to get all of our escape items very quickly and effectively, as well as get rid of the clowns. I'm fairly certain that he was battling clowns while obtaining these items, and then we were able to get out right then and there. I do want to showcase, though, what will happen. This game just started. I ended up running by accident, and look what happens as a result. The clown was nearby, and we can tell by the squeaking of his shoes. And now he's searching around looking for me, because as you run, the clowns see a little circle notifying, hey, there's a human making a little too much noise. And bam, there we go. He found me right off the rip. I had no items to survive this engagement, so all I had to do was run. I threw my compass for a couple seconds of a stun and tried my best to run. Now that screen right there alerts me that another clown has teleported right around me, meaning I have 2 clowns now on top of me, and I really need to get out of this situation. Another thing is, I've got no other survivors around me to help me out in this engagement with the clowns. This game is highly effective at having a good group of teammates surrounding you, helping you out. Clowns, especially 1 or 2, stand no chance against a group of 4 survivors that are heavily armed to the teeth. But against 1 survivor, 1v1, these clowns are menacing. And I tried my best to run. I completely ran out of stamina, and unfortunately we did die. And this will happen fairly often. This is some Rebel gameplay right here, and we've got a little bit more movement speed, a little bit more toughness, but we do lose some stamina as the Rebel. But we are now able to sort of pick fights one-on-one. It's not highly encouraged still, and we can afford to be a little bit noisier as we've got better movement speed, meaning we're able to run away faster from the clowns. All humans are faster than all the clowns all the time. However, there are some items the clowns use, such as their cotton candy guns, that can effectively slow you down slightly, which is why the Rebel is so nice to have that extra movement speed. The extra toughness comes into play when you have a brick or any sort of stun item that you could use to throw at the clown and get away more effectively. Again, that movement speed just feels so nice with the Rebel, comparing it to the athlete. Even though you do lose, yes, a little bit of stamina, the movement speed helps get away faster and it's easier. So we see a clown here. We've only got a baseball, so we're going to try and distract this clown here and throw it behind them, see if we can get them to pull away. But unfortunately, they were too smart and engaged on our teammates. Now, we made the smart decision here. We have nothing of value to add in this engagement except for our own life. And it's too early in the game to be sacrificing bodies unnecessarily, so we're going to opt out and run away. There was another clown out there, if you guys didn't see, so that's why we're hiding in the bush. And we decided that he's not going to come our way, so we proceed on forwards. And we're just going to keep on moving around, searching the map, making sure. Unfortunately, our teammate did get cocooned. But we're going to make sure we find any items possible. I saw that a little late on my end. I think I had already searched that one. Again, you want to search all of these containers because you never know when a key card or a key or any sort of escape item might be hidden inside one of these containers. Always, always, always search the containers unless they're already open, in which case there's nothing you can do about it. Even if it pops up empty, it's okay. You still get XP, which feels really nice at the end of the match when you see about 1,000 XP from all the loot containers you had searched. Energy drinks are amazing on any character because they give you infinite stamina for a short period of time. That stick right there was unfortunately bugged and we weren't able to pick it up. Hamburgers give you health, as do medkits, so if you see those, a lot of times they're very valuable and you should be picking them up in case you get into a very bad encounter and you end up with low health, but you are able to escape. Then you can heal up right away and continue pushing your game instead of sitting there searching for health. Now that we're fully equipped, it's time to try and find our teammates. We need to group up, that way we can help our teammates escape. And I do have the ability now, we take our time pushing these, like in DBD, when they get a hooked survivor, they'll camp it. You see that? I ran right into a clown right there, coming back to that hook because there was a human on it specifically and they want to protect that kill. So now we've got one teammate dead, but there's 6 of us still alive running around trying to push objectives, trying to get things done, or running the clowns themselves. These lackeys will spawn once they get cocoons running. Once the cocoons are running, they will continuously spawn and spawn and spawn, and there's little to nothing you can do except for kill them when they approach you or dodge them so that way they don't alert the clowns where you are. Our dead teammate here was kind enough to stick it out and do the Hand of Fate, which gives us items if they choose to give it to us or any of our teammates. When you are dead, you are able to spectate your teammates and play mini games to give them items. And if you do so, you'll see later in this video, I decide to res my teammates, and a large part of that is due to just that simple interaction of them being kind and giving me my items that I desperately need. Again, solo queue means playing selfish. It means taking your escape chances when you have them, and it means doing the right things when other players are doing the right things for you. If you're with a team, obviously that doesn't play as nicely. You do want to be engaging with your team and being a little more altruistic. However, at the moment, crossplay is disabled, so I know a lot of us are unable to play with our friends. Me in particular, I'm an Xbox player, as you can probably tell by my controls, and a lot of the people that I usually play games with are on PS5 or PC. So unfortunately, I do end up playing solo queue for this game quite a bit, and it will be that way probably until the launch. We had 2 teammates dead here, and I had a feeling that our teammates, besides us, had made a lot of progress towards a couple of exits, so I decided to revive my teammates here. It is a general good idea to revive teammates once 2 or 3 are dead. If you wait too long or do it only when one survivor is dead, then not enough has been done, or there's too little people to try and push to revive the teammates, and you're most likely all going to die. At least in my own personal experience. Here we can see our teammates getting in a battle with 2 different clowns. So we're going to try and engage them. We pulled one of the clowns off, which was a successful job. As the hero, you're able to take some of that damage a little bit better than other characters. I'm sorry, this is the rebel still. Hero will be next. So we're sticking in this fight, running in, taking a couple hits, running out, taking a couple hits, fighting the clowns, getting those stuns in. And this is exactly what you want to do as the rebel. You just want to run in, run out, run in, run out, because you don't quite have the health to completely just tank everything. Nor the toughness. The hero is much tougher. But you are able to, like I said, run in, run out, run in, run out. You want to be doing those poke damage skills. If you guys play MOBAs, you should know what poke damage is. When you're in a lane, you go in, you poke up at the enemy, you pull back right away. And you just kind of repeat that over and over. It's the same idea with the rebel and team fights. Poke damage in, run away. Poke damage in, run away. Poke damage in, run away. Over and over again. So this is the first time I had received extra ammo, and I had to figure it out. But I figured out if you scroll over to your gun and press whatever your reload button is, on Xbox it happens to be X, you're able to reload your gun, which it felt extremely nice. And after that engagement, our teammates were able to actually spend enough time to get the portal open undisturbed, because we had 2 out of the 3 clowns focused on us in that group fight. And we were able to get the escape. Now this is some hero gameplay. As the hero, you don't need to worry so much about being stealthy, being quiet. You're able to take more damage and put more damage out to the clowns. You want to be the fighter. You want to be the tank of your group, focusing the damage on you and helping your teammates get out by engaging in team fights. So the music you're hearing right there is like a terror radius in TCM if you have played Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Seeing the Heartbeat in DBD if you guys play DBD. That is what alerts you to, hey, there's a clown nearby. You need to be careful. You need to be cautious. And at this point, I didn't feel well armed enough to engage in any fights, especially not in 1v2. The clowns pass finally, and I'm able to safely proceed. Crouch walking to ensure no noise is being made, and I draw absolutely no attention to myself. I'm silent like a ninja. There's no teammates to save, no team to fight with, no need to engage. You don't want to get needlessly aggressive. However, as the hero, it is important that you are still aggressive, but make sure your team is playing along with you. As a survivor, you very much so do not want to be alone. You do not want to be alone. You want to be with your team, engaging with your team, pushing objectives in groups of 4 or 3. That way 2 objectives are always being worked on at a time, and you guys should be able to run multiple archetypes within that group. This gas can is an important exit item that will allow us to get the bunker done or the boat done, depending on where we end up. Both of those exits rely on the gas can and a spark plug in order to escape. So we're checking over here at these docks. We hear some clowns, so we're being cautious. And the reason we can hear them is we can hear that teleport noise when they do their clown jump, that they are there. Unfortunately, the boat isn't here, so we do have to walk around and try and see if there's another point where the boat could possibly be, or if we could potentially run into the bunker. When you guys are playing, the exit spots will be randomized, as will the loot. Not everything spawns always in the same spot. However, there's only a couple of spots that these exits will appear. Loot is highly randomized though, guys. RNG is relatively rough in this game.
Use the resurrection machine to bring back dead friends.
One of those spots happens to be the bunker coming up right up ahead. And again, there's that screen showing us, hey, there's a clown that teleported near you, get ready to fight. And we had a teammate, we're ready to engage in this fight. You have to be very careful in watching when they're hitting you with their ray gun, the cotton candy ray gun, how full your meter is and when to run and when to stay in the fight. Don't run away right away unless you are the rebel or the athlete. Again, as the hero, you ought to be taking on this damage. So I was completely fine running into that clown. Even though it was a second clown, we had a big item we were able to stun, and now we're by ourselves, so we had to run away. And there you guys go, that was the bunker right there, just to show you. So we ran away, but we had a gas can right there ready to go for our other teammates, and we're pushing towards the other spot that the boat could be on the map. And it's so crazy because you guys can see our teammates right there and a flare was dropped, meaning that our team was ready to go for the boat. During this time, it's very important to protect your team. And look at that, because we had engaged with those 2 clowns, our other teammates were able to get the portal done, and these guys were able to get the boat done. This match was a prime example of how to play hero. Everything was done. We threw that flare to distract them from where we truly were. We didn't want them following along. And there we go, we got our escape. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember, if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, like, subscribe, and comment any questions down below.